got out several different kinds of medium, matte medium, fabric matte medium, golden and Liquitex. I've got this texture medium. I've got
Ooh,
nail polish remover, and I've got packing tape. And that is as
yay!
far as I have. Oh, I have some images.
Yeah, I was
Other
gonna
than
say
that,
if images were important.
I don't have any place where I'm planning to put these things. I don't have any idea of how to do it. Nothing. I have not done any research. I just got the things. Here I
Uh-oh, blast. Um, talk to everybody that comes in for a second. I just realized I said I have to get water and I forgot water.
Oh, I got water. Yay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Hello, if you're there. Talk in the chat because I don't know. I can't tell how many people are here. But Tanya's going to get some water. And we're going to be doing different kinds of transfers. And I hope she knows how to do them because I was really bad and I did not get any research done on this subject. I thought I could do it this morning and then I ended up having to run a bunch of errands this morning. Oh, goodness. And I was gone till almost 12:30. So I didn't give me much time to do any research. So, hi, Maria. Hello, whimsical
And I
one.
have
I
water.
love your name. I don't know you, but I love your name. Do you
I
have a
don't have
name
my
we can
headset on,
call
but
you?
there we go. So if you spoke to me, I didn't hear it. Okay, let's see here.
Hi, Teresa. Hello, where the book ends. I think I'm supposed to know your name, but I've forgotten it. Holly, good
Sue,
to see all of you. Teresa is whimsical one. Okay. I need to
Teresa.
find my list.
Okay, yeah, she's not on my whimsical one is not, but where the book ends is Sue's.
Sue's, yes. Okay.
Sue's,
Well,
yeah.
I'm going to have to start a new list, I guess, because I can't find it.
Okay. Hi, Barbara.
Anyway, we're glad you're here, Teresa. We're glad you're here, Suze. Teresa is not whimsical.
She's not. Oh
Oh,
dear.
she was saying something to Teresa. I see.
Oh, okay.
Jean.
Jeannie.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it Jean or Jeannie? Hi, Barb.
Hi, Kirsten. And she's new here. Welcome, welcome. Okay.
Jeannie. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I have a little chore or two. I'm sorry, guys, I was a few minutes late. I don't have a clue why, but you know. Okay, I got that part is all sorted out. There we go. All right. Now I'm kind of ready.
Well, I'm not seeing Kirsten. Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Kristen. Okay.
Kirsten, did I say it wrong?
Well, it's KRI, so I think it's Kristen. But
Okay.
we're glad you're here.
Yes, we
Even if
are.
I'm saying your name wrong.
Yep. I figured I'd put my image transfers down on some book paper if if I get something that I like.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good idea.
but
Well,
I
I
have
just think
some.
the ones with matte medium, don't you go ahead and apply it to what to the place you're putting it? I haven't done it, so I don't know.
Okay, I'll show you how I do it.
Okay.
What I want to do though first, I want to show y'all something. Okay.
Okay.
Now, yeah, you can. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. I need to turn off the autofocus because otherwise I'll have a heartbeat like crazy. There we go. Okay. Can you see the difference in the color?
Yes.
Hi, Sana. And you see these kind of like little splotches on it?
Right.
All right. I experimented and I wanted to just show. I didn't think that it had changed very much. It seemed like it had not changed the color of the paper at all, but then I didn't put it with another piece of paper. We had some little, they're like tangerines. What are they? Cuties? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I took 2 or 3 peels from them and boiled it in a pan. And when it cooled, I poured it over some paper. to see what it would do. And then I just left the pieces of orange peel laid on the paper until it got dry. And that's why you get these splotches, because it dried around them basically.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's fun.
I was going to say it's kind of parchment looking.
Yeah.
It's, now this one, and that's one of the things that this was just laid on the pan just like that. I don't usually have trouble with the paper sticking to the pan, and this paper stuck to the pan. So I had a little issue.
Orange peel has, sugar in it or something that
Probably.
would make it stick.
Probably.
Because I know I've had some herbal teas that did that. And when other regular tea and green teas, doesn't, but I've had a few. I'm trying to remember what kind it was that I used. I thought, oh, it'll smell so. It was a chai tea in a bag, I used that, and it stuck. And I wondered if it wasn't something in there that had some,
yeah,
sweet properties.
Sweet properties. So no, Barbara, orange peel. Orange peel boiled in some water. And thank you, Jeannie. I appreciate the thumbs up. I very much do. Anyway, so I just wanted to, show those to you, just to give you an idea that more than tea and coffee will dye pretty colors.
Yeah.
I expected it to smell, but it doesn't. It just smells like it just smells like paper. So, now I will tell you though that, if you've got coffee and you stick it in the refrigerator, or tea, the peels, it can sit in there for a while. But don't leave orange peels in water in the refrigerator. They get gross.
Oh, yeah.
Just say it.
Just in case you're so inclined, don't do it.
Just say it. If you are so inclined to leave orange peels in water, don't do it. It's gross. So, okay.
So I think I'm going to put my things in here because I want to put stuff I'm doing. And this is what I'm doing today. So.
Okay. Well, I'm probably just going to pull out some book paper and stick it on there later. The thing is the way I have done this in the past, and I actually did some prep work so that y'all can see it. And I tried 2 mediums. This is matte medium, this stuff. And I'm going to just cut this out and throw it in the water.
Okay, so the way you do it is you cover it and then you let it soak just like you're doing with packing tape?
Yeah, the thing of it is that it takes 2 or 3 layers, and I'll show you. I'm going to just stick this in the water first. And this one is Mod Podge. And I don't know which one might work better, so I just did both of them up today. And I'm just going to stick them in the water. And then I'm going to hunt up a different image to do. And those were just magazine images. But I thought I might try one of these or a couple of these and see how they work. This is a book. It's just a book with glossy pages. And oh, I forgot. My matte medium is almost gone. Let's see. I have another one. No, I thought I had another one. Where is it? There it is. Oh. Hi, Mandy.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, Mindy.
How about that leaf I let sit on my desk for a week? Oh, I'm sure that that is about like your what do you call it? Barbara, it's just about like my what did I say?
Your mandarin orange?
My mandarin oranges, yes. Just about like that. So I was really careful to keep my brush clean because I want to see which one works better.
Yeah.
But I just coated this. This is one I'm coating with matte medium. And then I washed my brush out. And since you've got some heavier mediums, that might be good. I don't know that I have anything heavier. I wished I'd had some gel medium to try. Because that might not take 3 or 4 coatings, because this takes 3 or 4 coatings. Hi, Andrea and Holly.
Is there a method where you put the matte medium down on what your substrate is, and then you turn your paper over on top of it and lay it down, and then you take your paper off? That was what I had in my head, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't do any research. I didn't go look for it. So
you probably could do that. My concern would be rubbing the paper rubs the paper underneath right off. So there's only one way to try it, and that is to do it. So these two have to dry.
I think I'll see what my finished paper is, and that's the one I'll try
for that.
Yeah. I've got these that I printed off.
Okay, and print offs, if you print something off, they will usually work better than some other things.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got some of these I thought I would do and see, in different ways. If I can find my cutter.
Well,
so we can see the difference between something that's printed and something that's
not. Yeah. And I think that I'm going to tear this if I'm going to do that.
If you're going to do what? Put it straight down?
Put it straight down. Hi, Janet. Guys, if we've missed saying hello, sorry. Quick questions.
Hi, Janet.
Shiny papers for copy. Here's the thing. If you're copying with an inkjet printer, I know that some of the transfers don't work very well. If you're copying with a laser printer, they seem to work pretty well. And if you're doing things out of a book, shiny papers work better. That's, it all depends on what you're doing, in my opinion, in my limited, exceedingly limited
experience. Yeah.
Experience, yes.
Well, my papers are laser printed, so.
So
okay, I need to.
These are both book. These are both book papers. So we're going to try it with the matte medium, and we're going to try it. Now, I would guess that you have to let that dry upside down, right?
Well, that's what I was wondering. I would think so, but I don't know. But I'm going to try that so it can be sitting there drying.
Yeah.
And then I'll move on. I'm going to do it right here. That'll be. And I'm trying to decide if it might be better to use the magazine or my laser print images.
I will tell you that laser print images seem to always work better than to me.
Okay, then that's what I'm going to try.
At least the packing tape transfers, they work better. Now, here's the thing: is if you put this down, you certainly don't want to go over the back side of it with your medium. So,
but if we put it down and it doesn't do it right, we can always cover it up with something later.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Actually, I tore my page out of a book, so I could throw it away. Hello,
Well, I
Sherry.
can cover mine up.
Andrea says, make sure we have thumbs. I hope everybody is having a good day. Lisa, I have to tell you, your cold weather came this direction.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my word, it's chilly.
Well, it's 70 degrees out there right now at my house. It's very nice.
It was supposed to get up to 70 here, but inside the house it's cold. Okay, so I am
Okay, so
going
I've
to
got this.
use
I'm just rubbing it down where it is.
I'm going to use a credit card.
It is. You're going to
Oh,
use what?
A credit card.
Oh, that's probably smart, but I'm just going to use my hand.
But be
We'll see if it
careful
makes
because my credit card picked up goo and we don't want it on the back side. So
right. Okay, and I'm going to do one of these with the same matte medium, and I'm using golden matte medium. Since what kind are you using?
Liquitex.
Okay, well, I had that one out too, and I won't use it since you are. That way we can do different kinds.
The ink and paper affects the outcome as well as the medium used. Sherry's. Let me put Sherry's comment up because it's a really good one. The ink and paper affects the outcome as well as the mediums that you use, in my opinion, and I have to agree with that. LaserJet ink on copy paper transfers really well pretty much everything I've ever done, but we don't all have a LaserJet, so that is one reason why I wanted to try what's in the water right now is magazine pages. What I just covered up with medium are book papers. So I've got book papers on that page right now. We'll let them dry. But this is okay, let's see how this comes apart. This is the matte medium one.
What did I do? Oh, there it is. So where's my lid?
Uh-oh.
What?
Don't rub very hard. I just overdid it is what happened. I was too aggressive with my getting rid of the paper.
Oh,
so I'll show you what it looks like in just a minute. But I trashed the whole top of my poor strawberry.
Okay, I'm going to do this one with the matte medium.
Okay.
A lot of these we're having to let set aside and dry. So
yeah. So and
we're gonna have to do more than one coat.
Yeah, this had 3 coats of matte medium on it. Okay, and it really doesn't like being laid down like that. So let me get a piece of book paper. I just destroyed that, just completely destroyed it with the matte medium. Oh, I'm going to have avalanches today. It's just going to be the way it is.
I'm going to go ahead and add another layer on top of this.
Okay, this isn't the same book I just picked up. Jeez. Okay. Now, it's sort of there, but you see, I kind of destroyed it.
That's what I'm planning to do here. And I think that's the only way I've seen it done. The way Tanya's doing it, I've never seen it done. So I'm definitely wanting to try that too.
Well, and matte medium is so much thinner than Mod Podge. I think it'd work just fine if you had more layers, so you could be more careful with it, because
Yeah.
see, it's peeling off and leaving just the color. But I was just way too aggressive, and so I trashed it, which I'm sorry about, but that's just the way it went. So what I'm going to do here is I put the matte media or the Mod Podge on this side. And so what I'm going to do is lay it on the book paper face down and try it on top of the book paper. See, it's making a big, I'm not getting it. And I've done this before with Mod Podge.
Oh, no.
But
I don't know. I'm going to try it with this texture paste and see what happens.
Okay.
This is
yeah, this is
stuff. So
yeah, I'm there we go. I guess I'm just being too aggressive, because I've just destroyed both of the ones that I had. So that doesn't work so well. It works, but you've really got to be careful with it.
Well, it looks like you would take off the paper from the back and not from the front.
That's what I'm doing. This is a magazine, so
oh, okay. I see now.
See, there's my image that was on the front right there. And now that I'm getting, see, it's there and it's working, and maybe 3 layers wasn't enough. Maybe I got to do a few more layers, because it's working. It's just very, very fragile.
I don't know why I'm even showing anybody this one, because I guess just because I don't think you can even buy this stuff anymore. I got it at the thrift store, and when I tried to find it, online, I couldn't even find it. But I just wanted to see if it works.
And guys, we weren't paying any attention to chat. So if you had a question, would you do me a favor and please resend it? Because I apologize.
Caps, so it's obvious.
Yeah, because we can't see the chat as well. Okay, I have decided that this would work and probably work very nicely, but it needs more layers to build up on the front, because this is my skin basically that I created, and that's the transfer, but it just is not coming up nice. It's just making, and it made a big old mess. So it might be better to do it the way you said, Lisa.
Yeah, I'm using golden, Teresa. I haven't done any. I'm just putting layers on right now, and that's what I used in this here too. And this is Hyplar High Gel by Grumbacher. This is what I'm using right now. But I honestly don't know.
And Sherry said she has seen people use it that way. And another problem might be that I mix my Mod Podge with glue. So, it does thin it out. It does change the chemistry of the Mod Podge a little bit. So
yeah,
I'm going to
actually pull out some straight Mod Podge and try.
No, I was going to, what I glued to the book paper was was book paper. Was book pages. I'm going to try it with some magazine images because I want to try it with both.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna use the do a magazine image in my book as well. As well as the printout that I did. And I might as well go ahead and do that because this, it's not gonna stick because I didn't have matte medium all the way. So
right.
I can do this.
Okay, Patricia says she's okay. Patricia, we're going to do some of that in a little bit. We started with the mediums because they have to dry. So we started with the different mediums so that they could get dry. That was kind of the plan.
And this is really heavy. I don't know if it'll work, but I thought it was a really cool piece of art, so I'm going to try it.
Okay. Well, that's the only way to find out if it works is to try it. And I'm going to just pull out a couple of images. Okay, let's just take this out of this magazine. The other thing is every magazine is different. So you can't even judge based on the magazine.
That's true.
Because
I know that from doing when we were doing the jelly printing transfers.
Mm-hmm.
Some magazines work so much better than others.
Right. So, it's about the ink and the paper and everything else that they use. So the only way to ever do any of this is kind of experiment until, it's not something I do all the time. So it's not something that's going to happen right every time. Yeah, Andrea, laser prints work real well. I could walk over to my copier and print it out and it would work. It's amazing how well laser prints work. Okay, I put the Mod Podge on the bottom and the Liquitex matte medium on the top in the last one. So that's the same. I want to do the same thing here. And I'm going to just smear it on with my finger because that way I don't have to use my brush. Okay.
I went ahead when I was out today to get gas because I'm sure it's going to go up now that they've reached that, agreement to stop production or slow down production.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, it's not like I needed gas because I'm not doing a whole lot of driving. But I decided to go ahead and fill up, and it cost me a whole $5. But I had only driven 50 miles, so I got 3.5 gallons or something. It was
oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Okay, Holly.
Yeah, you got.
Patricia's going to use a 1942 magazine. Oh, that'll be fun to see.
Cool.
Oh, come on.
Hi, Andrea. I don't think I saw you come in. I'm glad you're here.
Okay.
Okay, see if I need to do another layer of this stuff.
We've got gas cans that we need to fill. We always keep full gas cans because of dang it, my headset's just being ornery today. We keep full gas cans because of hurricanes, right?
Oh, right.
So and Jeff's got one that's very little in it and then 2 that are empty, and he was running generators the other day, so he knew where that we stood. So since we have to go out tomorrow, he put the cans in the car. We're going to fill up the Jeep and the cans, although the Jeep doesn't need any. It's like, when you don't drive anywhere, you don't use gas. So,
Yeah.
okay. The there. The other thing is that Matte Medium drives so much slower than Mod Podge. So these are the same as the book papers, but with Matte Medium. I'm just wondering, I had oh well, I don't think I have anything else to try really. Hi Linda and Becky.
Hey, we're glad y'all are here. And Shelly?
We're experimenting completely, completely experiments. The Matte Medium and the Mod Podge have to dry on everything. So I was going to show you or try to show you a way I learned. I took a altered book workshop and let's see if we can find something fun to try it with.
I may not be waiting long enough between these layers, but I just want to go ahead and get the layers on it and set it aside. Not worry about it.
I have to let them get dry. That's why I kind of put that away.
Okay,
and we'll see if I can make this work, because this is not something that I had real good luck with the last time I tried it. But well, that might work. Well, we're going to try it with one that's not. And you really kind of want magazine paper for this one. Okay. Let's see if I can get a book page to come out of here. The last one tore all up getting it out of there. Now, the other day I told you this oily nail polish remover is not the best choice. It's got too much. Let me see what it has in it. I think it has mineral oil. It's acetone water and other ingredients. But it says it's oily. So we're going to try them both. But I'm going to start with this regular nail polish remover.
Okay. Have you done anything to your paper yet except?
No, I just tore it out.
Okay. Well, hold on a second. Let me get to that spot.
Okay.
And then, where?
An Opera magazine, an Oprah. That's an Oprah, right? Is that Oprah? Patricia's.
I don't know. It might be opera. Okay. It looks like opera.
Acrylic. Becky, wondering, does it matter? Okay. Becky must have said something that we missed. Have you ever done these transfers just acrylic paint? It works and looks pretty cool too. Becky, Jerry taught us how to do that when we were doing our bank book, and I tried, but it did not work well at all. I was not at all pleased with it.
If all I wanted was some texture on the background, it worked good enough for that, but it didn't work as an image.
Yeah, it just didn't give me any image that I liked.
But I will fully confess that probably user error for me anyway. But
Oh, the difference of a magazine.
well, that's true too. Yeah. Okay. So let me find a different magazine here that something I'm gonna do. All right.
Andrea,
This may
yes.
be too big. Is this too big an image?
No.
I just want this little sheepy.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You're just going to use more acetone.
Well, yeah. How much does it take?
Not a lot.
Maybe I better get a different image. I'll save this one for the packing tape because it is kind of big.
Okay.
All right.
Andrea, the packing tape also, unless you have a matte surface packing tape, that's what packing tape works real well. I've done lots of them with packing tape, but it's shiny, and I don't like the shiny, and nothing sticks to it well to make it not shiny. So now I don't have packing tape because somehow or another it got used up. So when I go to try it, I have some, it's called laminating film, but I have done it before with contact paper, which worked really well. And you can buy matte surface contact paper. Becky, we'll have to try it today because maybe Lisa and I just need to try again, you know?
Yeah. I'm absolutely willing to try again. I just I'm having trouble finding something here that's small. Okay.
Or something
I don't know how glossy this is.
It doesn't really matter. We'll just try it because it'll work well with it works well with your laser jet paper too.
Okay. Well, I've got another one of those I can try. But I think I've got a couple more. I want to do the packing tape with that also. So.
Mm-hmm. And I can run copy something if we need to, but I just didn't. I wanted to see if I could make magazines and things work.
Okay. Now then, I'm going to try this one right here.
Okay. Slide up and to your right just a little bit. There you go. Okay. What you
the acetone I've got. This has vitamin E.
Well, see, I don't know. We'll just have to try them and see what works.
But acetone, it says it has vitamin E, but I don't see any vitamin E listed in the ingredients.
That's the thing. I didn't see any vitamin or any oil listed in that. The deal is you want to saturate your piece. So, and remember to put the lid back on your acetone because otherwise it's going to stink out.
Okay. So do you put it where you want it?
You put it where you want it, and then you kind of put lots and lots of acetone liquid on it. I'm using a little a cotton swabby thing.
That's probably what I should have used. I'm using a paper towel, which is just soaking up tons of the acetone.
Now, this is just one of those little cotton pads. Using a printed sheet of background designs. Well, Barbara, we'll find out how it works, right? That's the thing. Honestly, my best transfers have come from packing tape transfers. This, Lisa, you just need to try to keep your paper in one place. I always have trouble with that.
It's trying to curl up on me.
It wants to curl up. And yeah, see, this is not working at all. And it worked pretty well for, okay. my paper underneath doesn't have any acetone on it, so I'm going to soak my paper underneath. And you just really, really, really have to soak your paper with this acetone.
Okay. I'm obviously going to have to do that too because it's
yeah. If you are a guy, wash your hands of acetone if you have to. Okay. Okay. All right. I can understand why that would be. Mike, since you're here, isn't acetone paint thinner? Because we went looking through Jeffrey's paint thinner and none of it was acetone, which I thought it was. I'll tell Jeff that when I go to talk to him later. Okay, so now it's kind of sticking in place, and we're just gonna kind of.
So how long do you leave it? I really just squeeze the acetone out all over mine, so it's very wet now. I probably got way too much on it, but
it's not transferring at all, so I don't. Okay, so
do you let it dry, or do you just?
No, you want to soak the ink right off the paper. Now it could be the paper. I mean, it could be the magazine I used. Let me try.
So do you let it sit there a minute and then pull your paper up, or what do you do?
Yeah, I just kind of peek at it until the ink. Just peek at it until the ink starts to transfer.
Well, not yet.
That's the thing, and that's I'm hoping that it's going to transfer at all. If this doesn't work, guys, sorry.
We tried. That's all we can do, right?
That's right. I was going to find something from this other magazine and see if it would transfer. I have never been a very big fan of transfers because I just don't seem to get good ones. Not today, Barbara. I don't think anyways. Okay, so I'm trying another one. We'll see if a different magazine would. Now I will tell you. Okay, look what happened with the second magazine. Okay, the first magazine, the ink is not coming off on the back side. The second magazine, the ink started to come right up when I started soaking the paper. So it may be that this magazine is going to work.
I just kind of did not.
It did not.
But I'm going to glue it down later because I like it.
Well, there you go.
But it didn't. I mean, you can see.
Yeah,
and this paper soaked up the acetone that was down there. Anyway, so we'll just let that go for now.
Well,
and see if I need to give these another coat.
This does work because I actually got a transfer on one that I did at the workshop. So I know this does work. It's just not working today.
Well, and that's like Jerry's method with the paint. Yeah. It obviously works. It worked for her.
Right.
It just didn't work for me. But I'm happy to try it again. Okay, I'm going to give these one more coat, these matte medium ones. And then, where did I put my brush?
And I wonder if it's what I'm trying to transfer this to, too. See, that's another thing.
Yeah. I've never tried to transfer anything to Book Pages, so it may or
No
well, I
acetone,
take
just
that
water.
back. When I was doing that paint method, I was doing it on Book Pages, but
Patricia said her 1942 magazine translated perfectly. No acetone, just water. Yeah, Patricia, let me show you Andrea's comment because can you, Patricia, is this what you did? Just used water? Barbara says, well, there's work and there's work, and it's way too grungy for her so far.
well, and that's that's one of the things you learn too is okay, this is too much trouble. I don't care about this,
MEK, it's like acetone on steroids. Okay, MEK, Mike. Okay, let me write that down. I can't, my hands stink. Oh, that's awful. Okay, MEK. MEK. Now, tomorrow or the next day when I go to pick up my table and I go, what does MEK mean? Patricia said yes, well, could it, but from 1942, the ink is probably a lot different than what we're transferring to. That's another part of it.
Yeah, and it may not have any kind of coating on top of the ink.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's interesting though. That's pretty cool.
So it's not working at all on that. So let's put that somewhere else and let's try a piece of white copy paper. And see if anything has to do with the white paper.
I think I'm through trying the acetone when it's too stinky, but I'll watch and see if it works for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This is not working at all, and I didn't have too much trouble with it. Now it.
Oh, that's what we're fixing to do with the packing tape, Patricia. It's just packing tape and then water. I thought you were saying all you did was put water on the image and put it on your paper, and it
yeah. Packing tape and water that's the next thing we're gonna do. So. Yeah, this is not coming off at all. So I don't know if it was the magazine that she had us use or if it was the
kind of acetone.
Acetone, because she did not use nail polish remover. She had flat out acetone. So, okay, let's try that other acetone. Just because we have to try it, just to see if that's if it's
here.
If it's any stinkier, it can't be any stinkier. That much I know.
Yes, you can do it with Mod Podge. Mike, did you do some with just Mod Podge yet?
Yeah, but I peeled them both apart. Now I have put some down with just Mod Podge. Yes, I put some down with both matte medium and Mod Podge. Okay, let's get some acetone underneath there. Okay. Wet down my paper. Okay, I'm going to tell you what, I think this one's going to work. Yeah.
That is true, Andrea. In chat, you lose a lot of the nuance. And even, here, because we don't see faces even, you lose some stuff just by not seeing faces. I was at Natural Grocers this morning getting my groceries, and this lady, was doing something. Anyway, she backed into me, and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." She said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then, and we stood there a second, and I was like, "Pam?" She said, "Lisa?" I said, "Well, I didn't know it was you till you talked." Because our
Well,
faces were covered up with masks,
I was going to say you were wearing masks, right?
Yeah, it was hilarious. Anyway.
Okay. All right. This one is starting to work. So,
Is this the oily one, or is this the other one?
This is the one that says it's oily acetone. Now, it is way older. Now, frankly, I have cleaned I have wiped the ink off of the back side of the paper. That's what's on here is the ink that was on the back side. So what image you're seeing is what was on the front side of the paper. Okay. It's what I put down.
Okay.
Okay. And you can, keep wiping it.
So it's kind of working like the matte medium or something.
Yeah, in some respects, but now we actually took the ink off the front of the paper and it went on it's not working well. You can sort of see it, but it's not working very well, no. So I'm just going to call that a fail. I don't know exactly why. I'll have to contact her and see what I can find out what it might just be the magazine. It might be that the magazines I grabbed are not going to transfer.
Yeah.
I wonder if I've got an old I probably have an old those magazines that we all just love.
National Geographics?
National Geographic in the other room. I'll try that in a little bit, but
I feel like
Barbara
this
has a glorious
is dry.
It's dry?
I feel like it is. It doesn't feel cold anymore.
Okay, well, we can see how they come up.
So what do you do next? Do you rub it off with water, or?
You rub it off with water. Okay, mine is dry. The paper is dry. Around it might not be, but that's okay. You get it wet. This one is Mod Podge. This one is matte medium, and I suggest you wet it down a little.
I will. I just thought I'd take off the edges that weren't glued.
Yeah. This image came out of a book, and the image is upside down on the paper, and this is where we glued them to the paper. And this book paper is going to take a lot to rub off. I wonder if my magazine, because that's not breaking down at all. That's going to have to sit there a few minutes. Oh, well, my magazine paper is not really dry, but we're going to go for it, see what happens.
Well, this one's working.
And see, my magazine one is working now too. So, unless I'm being too aggressive. No, it's working.
Okay, so matte medium on the book, lay your paper down, let it dry. That works well.
Okay, and this is Mod Podge on the book. Lay your image down, and it's working well. It's really cool because it's got the image, the text from the book. I just tore it where it wasn't dry. You do want to let it get good and dry, because where it wasn't dry, I tore it. So, but see, I'm going to do some that are not quite such experiments and let them dry more, because that wasn't dry enough. And so I tore it up where it wasn't dry, but dang, it's really cool where okay, that I really like. Okay, we're going to try the matte medium.
I love that I can see the book page through it.
Mm-hmm. And that's the one reason I really like the transfers.
Hey, don't go too far.
Don't rub too hard. Yeah.
Or too, which don't just keep on rubbing thinking I got to get every bit of that paper off, because
yeah. Now that was your
my laser print.
Your laser print. Yep.
Yeah. And it's working really well.
Barbara says she also has some really grungy stuff she pulled off.
Yeah.
This matte medium worked really well. It's just not good and dry yet. So I'm going to lose some of my image because it wasn't dry. But I'm loving this.
And I did put a pretty decent coat of matte medium on the paper before I laid down my image. I wasn't chinchy with it at all. So.
Okay. So that worked very nicely. Oh, I like that way better than anything else so far. It's just really cool. But you do need to make sure it gets dry all the way.
Yeah.
Because where it wasn't dry, it's peeled off.
Well, this one's still really cold. So I'm going to leave it. That magazine paper doesn't dry as fast as paper does. Yeah.
And my magazine images, it wasn't dry in the middle, and because of that, it wherever it wasn't dry, it peeled off. So let's see what happens with these book papers, if I can break through the surface of because that's the thing, is that the back side of that book paper is so slick that it's not my fingers just sliding on it. It's not doing anything. It's like okay. Oh, there might be some give in it there. No.
Okay, I'm going to try wetting this down a little bit more, because I can still see a layer of paper on some of it, and some of it's gone. So I'm going to hope I'm not overdoing it, but we will see. I'm going to be gentle.
Mike sent Little Debbie a very large check. Are you eating again? Oh, rough it up with sandpaper. Good idea, Mike. If I had roughed up the backside with the sandpaper,
the backside of what? Of your magazine?
Of this magazine paper. No, not the magazine, because the magazine paper came right off. But this book paper is just really, really not getting abraded. So Mike said rough it up. And
good idea.
If I rough it up, then the water can get under it. And then I can peel stuff off. Okay, this is the way to do it, is to put whatever liquid medium, matte medium or Mod Podge, to put that on your book paper. Put your image down in it. Then let it get really good and dry. Okay, now it's still got a lot of paper on it, but you can see the image is coming up.
Definitely working. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Thank you, Mike, for that idea, because that really helped. It definitely allowed me to get to the paper part of the paper. Hi, Terry. Oh, that book paper worked real nicely once I got through the back side of it. But you don't want to rub too hard. Now, once it dries, if it's foggy, you just have to. Oh, that's nasty. Let me see if I can get that off there. Okay. Once it dries, you probably are going to want to do it some more, because there's probably going to be a lot of filmy stuff on it.
I'm amazed at how much this can take, because I've already wet it down twice and rubbed, and there's still paper on here.
Yeah.
But where I rubbed off the paper, you know, it didn't hurt it to go ahead and wet it down again, which surprised me a little bit. I was afraid I might mess it up.
Well, is that matte medium or
Yeah, it's matte medium.
And the thing of it is that the paper comes off, and then it's leaving. The point is, it's supposed to leave the ink in the medium. Whatever medium it is you're using, it's supposed to leave the ink in that. Mike, I can't tell you how much I love that suggestion of the sandpaper, because that really made a difference. Okay, now I've got yuck all over me again. I don't, this is messy. I don't like getting my hands dirty, guys. I like the peanut butter water one with chocolate, huh? Okay, I'm not quite sure why we have peanut butter and whatnot, but that's beside the point. I missed something in chat, that's for sure.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah, this is something I want to play with more. I like that a lot. And I'll put some more on there, and she means, oh, they're eating Nutter Butters.
Oh, shame on them. I didn't eat anything before we got here. I didn't have time. So y'all eat more for me.
Yes, Andrea, that's true. I'm going to tell you that, guys, something. Yesterday, I must be distracted lately. I burnt myself yesterday.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and it popped in two places. It hit my arm over here. Bad enough I had to go get ice, and then it hit my hand over here.
Was that making beads when you did that?
Yeah, I was making beads.
Goodness.
And I let a piece of glass pop, which, you know, it does that. Okay. The magazine paper, if I had just left it alone to dry, gave me some cool images. I just have to get better images. I just grabbed.
Yeah.
I love the images I got out of these book papers.
Yeah, those are pretty. It looks like you decoupage napkins on there.
Yes.
Hi, boys.
Now, when this dries, it may have too much paper on it. I may have to do this again, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I noticed with this one is I've done it 3 times already.
But right there, I peeled off my image. So you got to be careful. There's a fine line.
Yeah. I think I finally got the paper all off of this one. And I like it, even though I got a hole in it. when I rubbed too hard the first time, but
Mm-hmm.
so
Well,
we'll
see,
see
and
if this one
that's what
works
happened.
well.
I rubbed too hard on this bottom one, and it wasn't sturdy enough, and I took, but it's okay. I like it.
Yeah, I'm definitely
So,
gonna have to try the sandpaper on this because this was very thick magazine paper.
I'll bet you that magazine paper doesn't. Oh, it might, because you said it was almost like cardstock, right?
Yeah, it was really thick.
Well, try a little corner of it before you. Yeah, I'm loving that.
I'm wondering, these are still very, very tacky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I went ahead and put them on a book page
I'm
now.
thinking I'm thinking the same thing with my other one.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna do it.
and frankly, I think that the matte medium may have worked better. It might have been just because I didn't I thinned it out more.
Yeah. Well, this is not matte medium. This is the that texture stuff. So we'll
Texture
see what
paste.
it
Okay.
does. But
You might have to put another layer in between.
well, I didn't. So we'll see.
Yeah, Barbara, I really like this. I really like how it looks. I'm going to let it dry while I play with something else, but
Putting
I'm
another
going to
layer
do
probably would have been a good idea.
I'm going to do some more of these. I think that's actually, I think what I'm going to do is, these are the two pieces that I covered with stuff, and I'm not going to even try to soak them like that because it just really didn't work that well. I'm
Yeah.
going to just put them in the middle of book papers with their respective mediums.
Well, I probably should have added some down before I did this, but it was so sticky, I just put it on there.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see if it's better to do it by adding another layer of medium or if this.
I have to show you some really cool grungy stuff. Look at that. Look at that middle of that book.
I love it.
Isn't that just the most yummy grungy stuff you ever saw?
Okay, now those are going to have to dry too. So I got 3 things that have to dry. Oh, now I've got the, okay, so here we go. I've
Okay.
got these that I put matte medium on, and they're pretty dry. I mean, the
Mhm.
paper's wet, but they're not sticky to the touch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put matte medium on the book and put these down and see what happens.
That's what I'm going to do because I'm going to use
Well, at
Mod
least
Podge
one
on
of them.
this one. I'm going to use Mod Podge on this one and matte medium on the other one, but I think I'm going to tear the edges first.
That's a good idea.
I don't want all this yuck on my page. I like that method way better than the other method. Barbara, if I didn't say thank you, but yeah, I'm liking this method. I don't like the other, try to soak it off and rub it. It's just too fragile. The point of the other way is you're supposed to be able to create a skin which you could then put over something. Well, you know, that doesn't really necessarily work very well.
No, I think I'm going to go back over here so that it's not next to another wet page.
Yeah, I used my Mod Podge glue mixture, Joyce. That's what I used on the first couple of pages. And it's Mod Podge and Elmer's Glue All mixed together.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now that one was Mod Podge. So, oh, I got to have another paper towel. I may have to go get a rag because I don't want to keep using paper towels. They're a little hard to come by these days.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to let that dry too. And I'm just not going to worry about this one. Well, it's not
You
a
could
full
always,
experiment.
you could always, yeah, or you could
what?
always put it on something else.
That's
you
true.
know, if you wanted to. Okay. So, you remember a couple years ago when Shannon Green was making skins out of napkins onto deli paper? Okay, that would I put mine. I make them skins, Barbara. Okay, if you look up faux vellum on my channel, I have a tutorial on what I called faux vellum, and it's napkins with just Mod Podge, and you peel it off. It's like putting it. I use freezer paper. Oh, that's going to be cool on that particular piece of paper, Lisa.
Well, I'm thinking it might. So we're going to see. Oh, I probably should. No, I'm going to leave it because I want the edges.
Okay, I am going to just put this down.
All right.
So
now we'll let that dry. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead
and get out your packing tape.
Yeah, and I thought I had another. Here it is. We'll do one of these too. So, and I'm using this Duck Easy Start packing tape because that's what I have. So, this is my one I keep in the studio.
Okay, which way is up with this image? Well, that's really interesting. Which way's up? Well, maybe I could look at the back side of the paper. Okay. That's interesting. That's up. Okay. And that one, I'm going to use the matte medium.
Now, I overlapped.
Faux vellum link. Thank you, Janet.
Pieces of packing tape.
Okay.
So that they completely covered my image.
Barbara, Janet put the link up there.
And then I'm just going to use my bone folder, and credit card would probably work.
Whatever you do, you want to really get it sealed on there.
Yeah. No air bubbles. Unless you want it to look distressed.
There you go. There is a reason for air bubbles, right? Uh-huh.
Okay. Now then, I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and I'm going to trim it down because this is sticky. And I want to get rid of the sticky stuff and just have the image that I'm trying to work with.
Hi, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. It's good to see you.
Okay. Those need to dry. I can't wait for the other one to dry so I know whether or not it's really Okay, so first things first, I'm going to try that with one. I want to do packing tape with one of these images. No, I think we're going to try it with that. It's very subtle. We'll see if it works. But I have to have scissors.
Oh, that's pretty.
I thought it was. Okay. Now then, do I want to tear it? Nah, we'll just leave it like it is.
I'm going to do the same thing with this one.
Oh, and what I have, this is called transparent laminating film. Basically, it is it's, I don't know, acid-free, non-yellowing. I have no idea what I bought it for. It has not been out of the container. But I have done, and I just don't have any packing tape. It has been out of the container. Amazing. All right. I have done this with what do you want to call that?
Contact paper?
Thank you. Contact paper. Boy, it's getting bad. Bad. And now, one of the things I'll tell you is that this is not real shiny. It does not say on the label that it is matte finish. It just says clear adhesive. But they do make matte finish contact paper. And you know,
cool, Holly.
what's going?
She said she found a ton of foreign money at an estate sale, all taped together in a roll, and she'll make copies as soon as she can.
Oh, cool.
I cut so that there was no stickiness on the outside. I just cut out my image, what I wanted, and that's what I'm going to do with this one.
I think that's what I plan on doing with this one too.
This one will be a little harder because it's I tore the image and I like the torn look. I don't know if I can make it look torn, but anyway.
We'll okay,
play around.
I fibbed to you. This is shiny. This is shiny. The sticky stuff is on the back side of that paper. So this is shiny.
Oh, okay.
It's also very thin. Okay. When I got a new phone, I got this thing. And I put it in my credit card things. It's got a fabric kind of thing. I thought it would work really well for this part.
Oh, is that to put your
put the protector on? Screen protector on? Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
So I thought I'd save it, and I'm glad I did because I think it'll work real well for this part.
Yeah.
Now, did you put your things in the water yet?
Not yet. I'm still cutting this one out.
Oh, okay. Okay. When we were in South Dakota, when we were trying to buy a house, all the houses, I swear, had water in the basement. I got that on a little sideways, so I'll have to trim down my picture just a little bit.
Well, this water was a little warm when I came out here, but it's cold now.
Well, I'll tell you,
I just
mine's
want it
cold.
to be really cold and make my hands hurt. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put them in here.
Yeah,
I'm
because
just,
they need to soak for a few minutes.
and the magazine paper will need to soak longer than the copy paper, but
Well, and this book paper will have to soak a while.
yeah.
That's for sure. Now, the reason I'm using this, guys, is because I don't have any what do you call that? Packing tape. Yeah,
But
I'm out
good
to pack.
other choices. So
I'm out to packing tape. So, but I think that I will probably get myself a roll of matte finish contact paper.
those are still wet.
When I can find one. Oh yeah, they take a while to dry.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be fun to have to do the transfers with the tape, but I'm like you, I don't like the shiny.
I wanted to try something just for kicks. Now if I can find it. Oh,
Just for kicks, huh?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'd really rather use the matte medium technique with this if it'll work. But this is out of an old children's book, so it is not glossy at all.
Okay.
But I thought I would try one with the packing tape and one with the matte medium and see how they work. And I totally forgot about that.
I had seen a mermaid in here earlier, and I thought I would try the mermaid with the packing tape, but for the life of me, I can't find her.
I also thought it would be fun to just try some book text, like a poem or something, and see if
that would be fun. Yeah.
But I didn't have that already, out here to do. But
okay, here is a what do you call that guy? He's a woodpecker.
oh, cute.
I'll use a woodpecker. Cheryl's practicing her watercolor. So
I may do both of these with the matte medium and put them on the same page, and then do this one with the packing tape because I haven't already torn around it.
oh, yeah.
And I think I'm just going to do one layer and just get whatever I get. This one, so it'll go off the.
Cheryl's going to show it in Fibsville. Okay. Now, I guess I should have stuck that down and then trimmed it, but I didn't think. Oh, especially since how it's not going to fit. Dumb. Oh, well.
Okay, I'm going to kind of
it's close enough.
This one and just see. Okay, see how it works.
Well, my book page is all rolled up in the water. It rolled up, guys. See?
Yeah.
Terry's got to go. Bye, hon.
Bye, Terry. Thanks for coming. Okay. Let's find another page.
Oh, I have an idea. Oh, an idea. Here, let's put this.
idea.
Uh-huh. What do we got up here? What do we got? Okay, this one will do.
These with Liquitex matte medium and one of them with golden.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the yellow one, the golden one with golden. So it'll help me remember which one's which.
Okay.
And see if there's a difference in how well they work.
I'm going to, I'm probably going to get a different, I lost my things. I think I'll get a different book paper out because that one's a little thick. Okay.
Hi, Cheryl. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier or not, but I'm glad you're here.
Okay, so we have a piece of painty paper. And I'm going to...
This Liquitex is very liquidy.
Okay, now here's one thing about it. It's going to be backwards.
What's going to be backwards? Oh, the print.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. But that makes perfect sense.
But that's okay. I'm okay with that. I have like 4 little pieces here. I'm going to just do a collage-y thing. Okay, that was too big. There we go. And that one's just, yeah. Okay. There. We're just going to use 3 of them. Okay.
Hi, Brenna. Good to see you.
Yes, ma'am.
Playing with image transfers.
We're just goofing off, making a mess. Don't let her kid you. We are goofing off, making a mess. Mike was here. He got bored. I shouldn't say that. He might still be here. I don't know. Okay. So that is painty paper, and we're just going to put that one down like that. And this one down like this.
All right.
This
Go
one
back
like,
along with all those others.
okay. Now then, let's.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this one because it's very, very wet. I can tell.
Okay.
It's ready.
Okay. That is down, so now we'll have to let it dry and see if it's gonna work. Okay. Lori's here.
Hey, Lori. Good to see you. Working and lurking. All right.
Sherry, that sounds perfect. You have to show your experiments later. Okay, so this is my book paper one that I did. And it's hard to get that started. Mike's idea of the sandpaper probably is a good idea. Just, you got to be careful not to overdo it, but the getting the book paper off of it to start is just really hard.
Yeah.
Once it starts, it comes right off.
And sometimes with these, you have to put them back in the water.
Oh, yeah.
You know, after you get a certain amount done, and let it soak again to get the rest of it. This one's coming off pretty good, but
Yeah, so is this one. But I
in
think
fact, this would be a good one since it's got a face on it. It'd be a good one to try the glue it down on the sticky part. I mean, on the glossy part, and see if it'll.
Oh, mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, see if it'll stick.
Yeah, I
If
have
it
not
will,
been able to get the tape to stick down. I was very disappointed with the tape. Nothing I used wanted to let it stick. Okay, this is coming off really pretty good, but it needs more. So I'm going to put it back in the water and do my magazine one while it soaks a little bit.
See, this one has, you can see the little bits of white.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the paper got dry, so I need to stick it back in there too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really coming off good.
Yeah.
From this side, it looks perfect. But if I'm going to do it from this side.
Yeah. Oh, this one is really coming off nice. I can feel that the paper is off. You know, I can feel smooth of the tape.
Yeah.
So this laminating film works real well, but I've done this with contact paper before. Oh yeah, that just came right off, didn't it?
That's amazing. Okay. Wow. It left like some gluey clear, gluey white stuff on it.
Right, and if you feel it, it's smooth.
Yeah. Let's see if we can rinse that off.
Yeah, this
one. I've never seen anything come off that fast before.
I was gonna say this one came right off. It's just as pretty as can be.
Yeah. I just wish they were matte.
Yeah, I'm gonna order. I'm gonna order some matte contact paper. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try it and see what happens.
Well, if it works good, I'll order some.
There you go.
I'll let you do the experiment.
Well, here's the deal. I think that I'm gonna have to do a Walmart thing. You know.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking about doing is doing a Walmart pickup kind of. We need furnace filters and that kind of stuff. So this is just a book page. I wanted to just lay it down on something so you could see through it because it's really kind of cool.
See my hand through.
Yeah. You can't see it as well on the camera as I can show you, but it's really kind of cool. Maybe a piece of white paper would be better. I should have put it on the white paper. Can you see it?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I liked it before with the words showing through it.
You know, this would be a good way to make windows in our books.
That's true. That's true. We need to do that in our fairy book.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
That would be really fun to do. Yeah.
I think maybe we ought to do both kinds of images in our fairy book. The transfer, you'll have to tell me if those flowers transfer properly.
Yeah. Well, and the fairy books are glossy paper, so they probably would transfer like a magazine would. I would think.
You're welcome, Barbara.
Anyway, here's this one. So both of these transferred really well.
Oh yeah, tape transfers real well, but then you're left with the putting it down.
Yeah. All right, try this.
Tanya with a mask. I'm not sure why I have a mask right now, Patricia. Now, my book paper transferred beautifully. It's just got more goop on the back of it still. That's, you know, taking me a few minutes more to rub off because it was so much thicker, I had to put it back in the water so that it would clean up.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do that with this one because I'm taking off a layer of paper, but there's still a lot of, I mean, you still can't see the real image. All you see is the paper.
Yeah. Yeah, Teresa, I think it would with making windows in books. I think it'd be really pretty to
Yeah,
make.
I don't know that I'd even mind it being glossy if it was a window.
Yeah, if it was a window in a book, it might need to have 2 layers, or some kind of acetate on each side so that it was sturdy enough. Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
I think that's true. I've got some transparencies that would
Yeah,
work.
I've got some too. So I think that's got to be a plan. And glossy would be fine for that because, then you're. Oh, this is messy. That book paper leaves a lot of goop on there where magazine paper does not leave so much. Hi, T. We're making a big old mess today. That's about all we're doing.
That about covers it.
Yep. Uh-huh. It's
We're
just
having
about
fun,
all.
though.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Having fun.
Of course, I can't get any bigger because I have my spot this is about the only spot I have left on the table because I haven't cleaned up all week.
My son got a Gundam model. I don't know if any of y'all know what those are, but they're models of Japanese anime for Japanese anime shows. And so he loves those putting those models together, and he paints them and does all kinds of stuff to them. So he really takes his time with them. And right now he's really enjoying the fact that he's not working because then he has the time, to do it the way he wants to do it. But anyway, he wanted to do it out in the studio last night. I was like, well, okay, I can give you that card table and the, that I work in and the little bit where the computer sits. And that's basically all the room you're going to have. And he said, I'll make it work. I'll make it work. So,
T, we tried the acetone stuff and we made a mess. That's all we did. It tore. It actually tore the packing tape?
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Me either. I've never had that happen before. And this was just one piece of packing tape. I didn't, overlap it or anything like that.
Okay. This one came out really pretty.
Yeah, it did. That is pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty. Even with the it being shiny, it'll make a pretty window.
I'm wanting to see if everything will come off except the actual flower and leaves.
Uh-huh.
Or if it's going to leave a color background like yours did.
Yeah. Well, see, this was printed. It wasn't white. Yeah. So it left that.
I don't know if I don't know. I can't tell if this is or not. I think this is just the print on the paper. So I'm hoping that all the cream color will come off.
Okay, I'm going to lay this down and go see if I can find a National Geographic.
All righty.
Okay, and get a rag. So I'll be back in just a minute or two.
All right, and I'll be doing this.
Because my hands are so wet, my fingers are starting to get wrinkled. Thank you, Andrea.
Okay, I have to see what T was asking about because I can't answer the question if I don't know. Oh, we tried acetone. I had 0 success with it. Tanya may have had a little bit of success with one of the kinds that she tried, but the one I did didn't do anything. This one, I can see some of the inks coming off while I'm trying to get the rest of the paper off. So this non-glossy paper doesn't work quite as well. But it's very transparent. So I don't think I'm going to use this on something that's non-glossy. We'll see how the matte medium works. I bet that'll be better. But it might not. I don't know. Of course, my laser print was not glossy, and the matte medium worked great, and so did this. So I don't
know what you have to say, but I have rags.
Do what?
So it's a good thing since I tripped water on the floor. Okay. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is really pretty. You know, I'm still not exactly happy with my Scrappy Crunchy book. I'm going to have to really think about what I want to do with it.
What we're working on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just not happy. To do 20 of the same basic collage is just not exactly making me. Okay, this one is from 1996. So we're going to try again to do.
Well, I'm not liking this. I can't get all of the paper off without taking the ink.
Huh.
So we'll see how it does with matte medium, but it didn't work very well with the.
With that, yeah.
Of course, it's a really old book, and.
Well, it could be the way the ink is and it may be the way the ink is tied to the paper. That's, you know. Okay, I'm just going to try this little piece of this picture because if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I'm not going to fuss with it anymore.
There you go.
But we'll try it on this piece of white paper because, you know, if it's going to work, it's going to work on the white best.
Okay, I'm going to shut this so I don't make a mess. Oh, well, it helps if you put it on right.
Is that your water?
Yeah.
If I make a mess, I'm going to have a big mess because I have a big old tub of water. It didn't go on right?
Well, it's acting like it's the wrong lid, but it's not.
I will tell you that this oily one smells worse.
Ah.
So maybe that's, you know, maybe that's the key, is it's got to be the stinky kind of acetone.
Right.
Okay.
Cheryl said she's done the Mod Podge transfer. Just now or at another time?
This is how I did the acetone transfer when I took the workshop. You took your acetone you put your image face down against your paper, and you rubbed your paper until you like soaked the acetone through there, and the ink from the other side came off on your paper. Well, nothing is working. We tried different magazines and stuff, and it didn't work. So the thought is maybe it was the magazines, because I was using magazine pictures that she had pulled, so maybe it was the magazine that wasn't working. It could also be she was not using nail polish, but nail polish was the only acetone I had. She had acetone in a can. Okay, this is barely working.
Okay, I may have overdone that.
Yeah, you might have.
Because I did it good.
Oh, Andrea's having to go. Bye, dear.
Bye-bye, hon. Thanks for coming.
Tommy, we were just doing, you want to, I got my hands full and I cannot let this go. Lisa, will you show Tommy your packing tape transfers? We were just doing the packing tape ones, Tommy.
This was a laser print, and this was out of the magazine. And that's what they look like on the paper.
And I'll show you mine in a few minutes once I get this, see if this is going to work. It is working, but it's just not working quickly.
All right, let's see how this works. I don't even remember what's on the, oh yeah, that painting. I don't even remember what's on the other side of this.
I don't know that you can see it, but it is coming up. Ooh. Barely, just barely it's coming. Let's try it.
It's very easy to overdo this in one spot. And
oh yeah, all it takes is a little bit of too much pressure.
Right here. It was like it wasn't coming at all, and then it just came right up with the ink and everything. But
oh, this stuff stinks. That's the one thing I would say, is that I don't like this because it stinks so bad.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's because, no, I don't think so. I think it's just because so it could be a combination of the type of magazine and the type of acetone, because it is starting to transfer. You can sort of see the trees. See, you can see the trees through the back of that. Well, the trees are starting to transfer, if you can see them. They're very, very, very light. It's just not worth the smell.
Yeah.
I mean, not when you can do the matte medium one and not have that stinky. What'd you say?
And the matte medium's easy.
Yeah. Yeah, T, it's stinky, and acetone is nasty, and the matte medium, it worked so well. What we did was, and I'll get out mine. Okay. Oh, my packing tape transfer, maybe not. This is my packing tape transfer.
Well,
I don't know.
Non-packing tape transfer.
Well, yeah, it's my I had to use this adhesive. This is clear laminate. It's a roll of adhesive paper that I had, and this one the whites completely went away, and it's perfect. It's perfect. This one, you know, Lisa, for all that it feels like it's gone, it feels like maybe there's still something on there, because it's not. Yeah, it's got to be gone because there's nothing left. When it dried, it's very white, but then my background was white, so
Yeah. Well, and your background may have, the white may have been ink, just like the colors were ink.
yeah, yeah. So anyways, those are the packing tape. And these are ones that we did with by gluing our pictures face down with matte medium and Mod Podge. And if you look, Lisa, mine needs some more work.
Yeah.
So that is something to consider, is that they're going to take a little work. Let's see if I got enough water in here so that I don't wet everything down. Oh yeah, you can feel it. Once it dried, then you can kind of feel it needing to come back up again. And that's something you may have to do a couple of times, I guess. But I definitely like this method better than anything else. Partially because I like the fact that it's not shiny.
Yeah.
Messy, just, you know, but not shiny. See, the reason Lisa and I don't really like the packing tape is the glossy. That the packing tape transfer is the best transfer as far as how well it works. It's just
And
that
how
it's,
easy it is.
oh, I just tore my background paper. That is well, and I kind of worried about that because this paper is very fragile. What I put it on.
Yeah.
So
This was a very, very vibrant piece. And so I'm just keeping going till I can get that vibrancy. But as I do it, I'm taking off some of the ink.
it is coming up.
Yeah, and I think it's partly because it's that cardstock kind of.
Yeah, it was thicker.
Yeah. So you have to work a lot harder, which abrades the ink more too.
Mm-hmm. And I'm to the point where I'm taking off. I'm rubbing too hard, and that's taking the matte medium actually works way better, honestly, Lisa, than the Mod Podge.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Either it wasn't, it might have been because it wasn't dry, but that seems to be the case with this.
Yeah.
I'm going to let these dry again. But they're looking pretty good.
Interested to see if that texture medium works at all. Yeah. You know, I don't know.
Okay. We're going to this is, I'm not sure which I'm not sure whether this is the matte medium or the Mod Podge. So And I'm sanding it, guys, because this book paper was so thick that it didn't want to let the water penetrate. So Mike suggested sanding it, and it works real well.
That worked pretty good, though.
Therese, T, the problem is nothing sticks to packing tape. I have done countless things and trying to get the packing tape to glue down, and you cannot get stuff to go over it. You can't get stuff to glue it. It's just awful. I do not know why that is, but it just does not want to it doesn't want to come up. That was not right. It doesn't want to stick to it. What we did, T, was we just put matte medium on the paper and stuck our image upside down, the part we wanted, upside down on the matte medium, and then squished it flat and let it get dry. Don't put matte medium over the top of your image. You just want you want to glue your image to your paper with the matte medium. And this book paper, this is just the book pages were just so thick that I was going to see if I could find a piece of the book paper. It's just really thick book paper. It's like real thick, so it just didn't want to take the water, and so that's why I'm sanding it.
If you glue the packing tape transfer down on the side that you took the paper off, where it's not sticky, it's
Right.
not as slick either, and I've always got it to glue down fine.
Yeah.
But this side, if we wanted to leave it matte and glue it down from this side, that's where Tanya's saying you have trouble.
Yeah.
Of course, this is sticky on, coming through sticky because there was some places where there wasn't a lot of ink, where it was white.
Uh-huh.
So that one, if it's going to go down, it has to go down like this.
Boy, that paper does not want to peel. You really have to get it started. That's interesting to me. Okay, now we're going to get it here. Joyce is a possum is keeping her up at night.
Sorry, Joyce. Possums are good critters, though. They eat things that you don't want around. So
I know, but they can be really mean.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've never seen one, up too close. Just running down the street.
We had one in the chickens one time. Of course, Jeff was gone. It never failed that when there was a problem, Jeff was gone. Never failed. Had to call the neighbor. I had possum in the chickens. It's like, okay, I need you to come in and help me deal with this creature that's in my chicken coop. Dead of night, must have been about 1 o'clock in the morning. Chickens are screaming bloody murder. Possums in the coop. Took that thing out in one shot. But I saw him hit a snake in the air too, so that's okay. Now it's going to take some moisture. Let it sit there for a minute. I do like this method. I think this method works. It's still messy, but is Barbara still here? Are you still playing possums keeping you up? Do they make noise? Oh yeah, Barbara, they make noise. Becky, are you getting things that you like with the paint?
Yeah, we
Becky
need
is
to try that next, but
yeah. Because it's very much like the matte medium. It's just a matter of sticking it down and letting it get dry.
yeah, I think that's probably where I failed, is I didn't let it dry enough. But it seemed like what she did was kind of let the paint dry. Before she stuck her image on it.
Oh, I don't remember. It's been a while.
Okay, I was just trimming off the parts that didn't stick down of these that I used with that texture stuff.
No.
So I have no idea how those are going to work, but they're still not dry enough to work on. I was going to say, here's the other one.
Barbara's done with transfers. Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try this one. I may wish I'd waited, but it was trying to come off.
Sometimes it's hard to wait because you want to see what's doing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, come on now. Roll off of there. And I'll tell you, that book paper is really sturdy.
No, Becky says wet paint. Okay.
Wet paint.
Well, I'm going to try it just like we've been doing the matte medium.
Yep, me too. And sticking it down in the wet paint.
Yeah, because I definitely did not do it that way when I did it before.
Okay, well, I apparently had a air bubble or a bubble that didn't get glued down.
Distressed.
That's okay. It's grungy. It's all right. I'm okay. But I can tell you that this is not my favorite thing to do.
Transfers?
Yeah, because it's just messy.
Yeah, mine either.
You know?
But it's
but
fun
I do like I like the look. I think the look is going to be gorgeous. It has to be dry. Okay, that's that's probably, and that's the case with this too, Becky. Is if the matte medium's not dry, then you have issues. And like right there, it must not have been dry because it's. Oh, I actually peeled a hole all the way through my base paper. Which, you don't do transfer unless you want distress, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Right. Okay, so the other thing is if you roll one way one time and the other way the other time, sometimes more of it comes up.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going sideways, then up and down.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to let that get dry so I can get rid of some of the grungy stuff. Are you trying one with paint? Oh, no, you're peeling.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I am going to do it, but I'm not there yet.
Hi, Molly. Welcome. Yes, Teresa, I'm sure those dainty little black butterflies are gorgeous. And Cheryl says we're not going to have any fingerprints left, which is true.
Well, I don't think I need mine at the moment, so I'm all right.
Yeah, well, mine are on record, so.
So are mine. I taught defensive driving for years, so I had to have my fingerprints on record then. And then I taught little kids in Sunday school and had to have a background check for that. So
For that, and mine was for school in Alabama. To be a substitute teacher there, I said all you had to have was a high school diploma and a set of clean fingerprints. Okay, I'm going to let that dry, partially to let the background paper dry a little bit.
yeah, I've noticed that I have more trouble if I keep going too much and get, you know, when you get your water on there, you automatically get some on the background too, and
right,
that causes issues. But
and I do think I like the matte medium better for this. I think it better than the Mod Podge.
Well, I felt something rough and I kept going on it and I made a hole, but that turned out pretty cute.
Oh yeah.
It was just a painting. It's a kind of an just an abstract stuff. So
well, this has still got white. Now this was the book pages. So that's one of those things I think maybe you just kind of have to maybe live with, or I'm going to let it dry completely and then I may just live with it. It might be the ink that was on that page. So
yeah.
Okay, let's see about this. Is this dry?
I'm going to go ahead and try this one.
Okay. This is, I think, dry. We'll see.
This is the one that I had coated in matte medium, and then I coated the page in matte medium and glued it down. So we'll see what happens.
Good, Becky, because I really want to see them. I'm going to try one here in a minute. I wanted to experiment with this first. This is just book paper, and I put it on a piece of painty paper just to see what would happen. Boy, that book paper does not want to rub off there. It was thin book paper. It wasn't, you know.
Yeah.
There we go. Maybe just let it sit just a few minutes, Tanya. You should see what they're saying about our fingerprints. Witness protection program.
Oh. Yeah, thankfully,
okay.
I have never needed that.
Me either, but I think I'm going to like that.
Yeah. Math paper or map paper. That would be fun to try.
Yeah. And okay, what do you call that? I don't know how to do it, but shorthand?
Oh, yeah. That would be fun. I don't know how to do it either, but I have some of the
I have a book. Yeah, I have a book. Now, this is painty paper on, what do you call that? It's on copy paper, so it's not real strong, so I'm trying to be careful.
Yeah. Well, this is that kind of paper too that, you know, from my mystery journal. I just decided to put it in there and because it was sitting right here. So I have to be kind of careful with this, how wet I get this paper.
And this paper was kind of as like what do you call that? Dictionary paper. So it was thin, and I thought it would be easy to get off of there, but it's not. It's
high quality dictionary paper, I guess.
yeah, it's not coming up as easy as I thought it would. Okay. Boy, this is definitely worse than watching paint dry.
Well, they asked for it.
Yeah, they did. I don't know that they're learning anything at all.
Well, they're learning what not to do, maybe.
Yeah,
Or at least
Okay.
what Lisa and Tanya have trouble with.
Well, we just threw out the acetone ones.
Yeah.
That was just not something we wanted to mess with anymore. I will have to go back and try to figure out why it's not working, because it did work, because I did one. So, okay, that one is as much as I want to do it right now. It's going to need to dry.
Well, there's still a layer of paper on here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to need to wet it down again, but I want to let this background paper.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a point where you kind of got to let your background paper rest, or it starts tearing up.
Yeah. Okay.
I do like the print over the other, like where you can see everything through it. I do like that.
Yeah, I thought that would be fun. I'll have to try it. But what were we going to try next? Oh, the paint.
Paint, yeah.
Yeah, I still have some of these I need to try to get up. I think I'm going to go ahead.
He says, Barbara says, LOL, I don't know if it's worse. It is not as bad as you think, maybe. I'm enjoying the struggle in the chamber. But she says, simple pleasure. But Trey says, ways to torture yourself and call it fun.
There you go.
Oh, dear.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and try this one with that texture stuff. See if it'll work.
See if it works.
Because the copy paper's been so far been the fastest one to dry and the easiest one to. Well, so far it's not.
Well, that's because laser print ink just seems to work really well for transfers.
Here we go.
Okay, so that is kind of cool. Now it'll probably dry kind of white because I don't think all the paper's off of it. But
show it again. I didn't. Yeah, I like that.
Well,
this is working pretty much like the matte medium, I think. So any kind of acrylic medium will probably work. I haven't tried gel medium, but that would probably work too.
Now this is pretty, but it does leave that film. I don't know if I could get any more of it off.
What is it? I can't see. Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why transfers never appealed to me. It's so smooth. I can't imagine that there's much of the paper left on that design. Yeah, maybe there is. If there is, it's not one of those things I find fun. No. Now, that's because that's book paper and it's just not, it's not coming off of there real good. It looks good as long as it's wet. So I wonder if you put matte medium over the top of it, if it would.
I bet it would look good. Try it.
Bring it back out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let it get dry, and then I'll try that.
Yeah. Well, this is that, you know, the texture stuff, and I didn't add a layer. I just stuck it down because it was still really tacky. And around the edges, it's wanting to peel up. See, I think it would just peel right up if I let it.
Yeah. Becky said if we wouldn't mind a third wheel, she could join us. You don't mind, do you, Lisa?
No, absolutely not.
Just a minute, Beck. I have to get the I have to send you a link. I'll send it to you over on Facebook. Let me find my link. Come on. Oh, I can't find Facebook. Facebook's is not opening up.
Uh-oh.
There it goes. Oh, it's giving me a whole new thing for Facebook. Why is it doing that? Oh, no. I don't want to. I don't want to right now.
Oh, to try the new Facebook?
Oh, yeah, it's doing a new Facebook.
Mine keeps asking me if I want to try the new Facebook, and I keep saying no. I guess eventually we're going to have to, but.
Well, apparently that's what it's making me do.
So today's the day, huh?
Yep. Give me just a minute, Becky. I have to navigate this silly new Facebook. There we go. There it is, Beck. It's on its way to you. Yeah, I got it, Barbara. It just I don't have Messenger set up separate on here. When this dries, I'm going to put some matte medium over it to see what happens. Because I think that'd be cool. I think it would make really cool embellishments to do like these on book paper and then, you know, add stuff to them. Yeah. There she is. Okay. Let me make her big so she can show us.
Yay.
Are you there, Becky?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I'm having trouble with this one here because it was really thick paper and I'm getting some pull throughs. And this one still got one final layer of, film I need to get off.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me show you a couple. Let's see. On this one, this picture's got issues because it was out of the same magazine as this piece. But then my little Volkswagen Beetle that was out of a magazine, it came out really good.
Okay. And are you using craft paint or better quality?
I'm using this.
Okay.
Deco Art Americana, and I used a light color.
So you painted your paper and then put it down and let it dry like we did with the matte medium.
Yeah, and when you put your picture down, push it in nice and slow and try not to get any bubbles, because this one's got a bubble right here that I know is going to pull off right in the middle of the lady's shoulders.
Yeah.
But then here's one I did, and it's ready to go.
That came out really well.
Yeah, it did. Okay, we're going to try that next.
I've only got a few little places here at the corners, and I'm not worried about those. And then
The only thing is that you don't see anything through it.
yeah, it's solid.
Yeah.
But I love these.
Oh, those came out really pretty.
You can see where I got a few little places where it pulled, but that, is where you get too rough. You got to go very slow, and you run your finger on it like you're just rubbing the back of a baby that's sleeping. That's how I think about it. And that way I don't want to wake the baby. And I can get it off without making a hole if I'm really careful.
Well, that's probably part of my problem is I would wake the baby because I rub too hard.
Yeah. Yep. The big thing is that you got to get it on there and then rub forever. That's Lisa. You're gonna let me see if I can. Nope, that's not what this is what I want then. Nope, that's not what I want, guys. Come on now. There's what I want. Okay, but I want to put Lisa in the. Nope. They're not going to let me do it. Okay. Let's see. How can I. Now, that makes me big all the time. Well, there we go. I had thought maybe I could, do a mixed page. They still don't have the page I want. I'm going to have to talk to them. At least I don't think so. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, but see, I want Lisa to be big. No, see.
Nope.
No,
I'm just not supposed to be big.
Well, I can make you big, but then nobody else can see anybody else. And that was what I was trying to do, is make it where I could switch around the person that was big and still have the little screens. And no, it's just not going to do it for me. So, okay, so I'm going to put some matte medium over the top of this and see what happens. Yeah, StreamYard doesn't let me do that, Barbara. It's just got an attitude. It will let me have the big me being the host makes me big, but it doesn't let anybody but me be big. So
yeah, we've asked them to change that, but they're just not there yet. They got too many other things that are a bigger priority for them. So
right. Okay, we're going to let this dry and see what happens, because the matte medium really makes them show up.
Yeah, that looks good.
So we'll see. Well, that's yeah, and if we get something that we really want to show you, I'll make whoever it is big. But hello, Becky.
Hello.
Oh. My brain just went off on another tangent. I cannot think what it was. It just went away. Okay. I guess it wasn't important.
If it was, it'll come back.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so this one still has a lot of paper on it, but look at that. I love the designs in this, even with a lot of paper on it. Of course, it's not dry.
Yeah.
So it's now when I did these, I did go out on this book paper a little bit because I was I knew that the first couple I did, the book paper kind of disintegrated.
Yeah.
So I went a little further out. Yeah, and you know, you got to rub that baby a long time. That's the big thing.
Yeah, and you got to work your way through the layers.
Yep.
And this thicker paper takes even longer.
Oh yeah, this book paper is like got enough to last. Yeah.
I'm going to set her aside and let her work a little bit and work on something else for a minute.
Yeah, it gets old, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I guess this is good TV chore. You could do this in front of the TV
Yeah.
with a a tray on your lap or something. Oops, I just tore my paper.
I just put a nice puddle on it, and then I start working it and just work in circles gently until it starts lifting up.
But like Cheryl, I think it was Cheryl said, I'm not going to have any fingerprints left. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I keep changing fingers because uh-oh, I just peeled part of it off of the book paper.
And with this technique, I think magazine, like Woman's Day.
Oh yeah, magazine paper works way better than book paper.
Yeah. Anything with real thick or like a thick art magazine, you're going to be rubbing forever.
Yeah.
With the art
and this,
magazines.
like I said, this book paper is very thick.
See, this is a magazine, and it's already coming loose.
Yeah. I think the vacuum cleaner is going to be needed when I get done today. Yeah.
Well, I'm managing to get most of mine into the trash, but some of it.
Well, I was going to say I've gotten some into the trash, but it's still, Yes, T. Those are the ones Becky was showing are the paint ones. Let me make her big again. Becky, would you show T the ones you've done with the paint? I think she might have missed the ones that.
Okay, the ones that are complete, I'll show.
Yeah, yeah.
This one's going to need some more because it's got that film on it, but I'll let her set here for a minute. But I really like how the foxes turned out. The
foxes, and I like the whole point of it is I kind of like the grungy part of it.
Yeah, but like you said, you do with the paint covers up the letters and stuff. So if you want to see the book page behind it completely, you need to do a different technique than the paint technique.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I did that turned out really good was the little fish. Everything else, I think, still needs a little work, except maybe the Volkswagen bug right there. And you can see where I rubbed too hard. That was where I was just getting started and didn't remember. You got to pretend you're rubbing that sleeping baby's back and be careful. So
just rub real gentle.
Yeah. But I like them like this for like putting in a journal, glue it down and then write around it. So anyway.
Yeah, it's part of an art journal page, and where you've already got paint on there on purpose, and
exactly. And so now I've got this one to this state. I'm just going to spray it again until I can get some of that other paint paper off. And this over here, I'm just going to tear off. Because there is another layer it has to come off this little girl.
Yeah, there's a point where you have to look at it and let it get dry and see what's there that you got to change and redo.
Yeah, and you've got that point that you were talking about earlier where you need to stop and let your background paper have a rest.
Yeah.
Or you'll
the background. Like this is still too wet to go on, but I wanted to see what it was looking like, and it's still got the paper on it to some extent, but my background paper has really got to rest before I can go on, because otherwise I'm going to be tearing it apart. But I like using the matte medium so that it shows through. I'm going to try putting this bird with matte medium onto a piece of book paper and see if I can get anything to stick to that film. Okay, where's my pages that are coming out? Teresa says, don't wake the baby.
Trying not to.
And Barbara says, yes, great for journaling.
Cool. We'll let that rest a while. Let's bring this one back.
Okay. Okay.
Have you all seen the little video that's going around, I think on Facebook or Instagram, where somebody's taken some video sounds? They did it on TikTok, and they've got like these little wiener dogs, and it's so funny because they got little kids' voices, and the one little dog says, "I'm a princess," and the other little dog says, "No, you're not. You don't have a dress on." It cracked me up last night. Scott said, "What on earth are you carrying on about in there?" I was like, "You got to see this. This is hilarious."
Well, I have not seen that, but we have, let me see. Jeffrey's best friend growing up, brother by another mother, his daughter's daughter, so his grandchild, right? They're at homeschooling, and she's been going to school every morning in her princess dress.
Wow.
So, okay, Lisa, this matte medium laid over that, and it's not separating.
Not separate.
Over that film that I used, and it's not separating.
Okay, good.
Now I don't know if it would over packing tape or not.
Yeah. So did you put some underneath and over?
Yep, I put some underneath, stuck it down, and put some over.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let it dry a little bit. This is what this one looks like.
Oh, that is really cool, Lisa.
It is cool, isn't it?
Now, was that gel medium? The
texture medium.
The
over
texture medium.
Magazine page, yeah.
Oh, that is really cool.
So my paper is very, very wet and needs, some
TLC.
gentleness to it. But so I'm gonna try the matte medium method. Maybe I'll do it with this money here. See, I still got stuff I got to get off of that one. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this one down. So.
Okay. I'm going to try it with both of my non-packing tape transfers to see if the matte medium will dry properly on top of that. Then I have a tiny piece of packing tape I'm going to try.
Well, I went ahead and did it the front side up with the matte medium just to see if it will unglossy it some.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I did. This is with the shiny side up.
Yeah. On another page, I'm going to try to do it backwards and see the difference.
Okay, so you're doing your packing tape then, so I don't have to find a piece of packing tape.
Yeah, this is the packing tape transfer right now.
Let me make you big so I can see it. Show me again.
There are places that where there's a wrinkle in my paper. It's not happy, but it is staying put.
I was going to say it's staying put on top of this, which is now the Mod Podge will not. And if that's the case, that matte medium might dry pretty nice. If so, I'm going towards packing tape, because look at how you can't see because
I can't see.
Look at how pretty
that
that
looks
is.
Good. Yeah.
Isn't that pretty? And you don't have to rub so much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Barbara.
And you don't have to worry as much about rubbing too much.
Right, because you can pull the ink off, but it's not as hard. It's not as bad.
Right.
Okay, we have to wait for those to dry now and see, because if that's the case, I'm going strictly packing tape. Way easier. Because
So what are you going to do now? The paint?
no, I'm not going to do the paint. I honestly, it's cool that it works, but one of the reasons for the transfers to me is seeing what's underneath.
The translucency.
Yes,
yeah, that's what I like about it too.
I'm glad that somebody.
Because if I just wanted the image, I'd just glue it on.
Right. Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about it. So I think I'm going to play with some of these and put packing tape on them. Well, not packing tape, but the contact paper that I've got. Here I am, made myself all big and forgot to make us back. The one in the right corner. Try clear gesso on the packing tape. I don't have any clear gesso, T.
I do.
You do?
I'll try that on my other one.
Okay. She's going to try.
Instead of doing it backwards, I'll try the clear gesso.
Oh, now, did you stick that down backwards?
No.
Okay.
This one I didn't. I wanted to see how the matte medium if it would ungloss it.
Right. I have found that it doesn't like to stick. Stuff doesn't like to stick to it. So if matte medium or clear gesso would work, then it would make me a whole lot happier. We'll just have to find out how, because it takes a long time for that stuff to dry.
Well, I really like the look of this one that I did with the matte medium. Using the matte medium technique. This one is still glossier.
Yes.
That's the packing tape. But it's not as bad, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let it dry a minute, and then we'll work on the. Well, let me just put a piece of wax paper under it.
Got too crazy.
Uh-oh.
Ripped a hole bit in the baby's pajamas.
Oh no.
Mindy, I would think the inks are too thin to hold the paper and tape, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to put it down. Mindy's asking here. I'll put it up so that you guys can see it. Would acrylic inks work instead of the paint to get a more transparent effect?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Me either.
You can try and let us know, Mindy.
There you go. You get to clean up the. You get to put all that googly stuff all over everywhere.
Okay, this is the clear gesso that I have.
Okay.
It's Finnabar Art Basics clear transparent gesso.
Okay.
I have never used it, so we'll see.
Well, and here's the thing. You're going to have to.
Ah!
I was going to say that didn't work.
Okay, don't lay it down.
You're going to have to. I don't think the clear gesso would hold the packing tape on the page.
That's what I'm going to see.
Okay, so you're going to try holding it on the page and putting it over the top.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try.
All right.
But I was going to lay that down so I could get a brush and. Okay, now then, I got a brush so I can.
Move yourself up just a little bit. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm just kind of going to go over most of this whole page.
Okay.
So it can have a more consistent look on the page, but.
All right.
Well, it's holding it down so far.
Okay. It's when it dries whether or not it'll stay there.
Yeah. I can't tell if that's
T
because
said to use the matte medium to glue, so you may have to just let it dry and see how it does.
Yeah, I'm going to. We'll just see. That's just an experiment.
She says, "No, gesso isn't glued." She's got big old.
Well, I have glued lots of things down with gesso,
with
regular
white
gesso. Yeah. So I know that it because you can glue paper down with craft paint.
Yeah.
It works. Anyway, we will see. We'll let this set for a little bit and see what happens.
It might not be the most hi Judy. It might not be the most effective, but it we'll see if it works. That's what we need to. That's the plan of it.
I really like how distressed that looks.
Oh, I just love that one. I really do like that one.
And it feels really good.
Judy, we're making a mess today, just so you know. We're just
There was something else, and it was those
Experiment? It was
these
what?
two I haven't tried yet. The book
Oh,
pages.
yeah. Now, you stuck those down with matte medium, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
Well, I did one with matte medium, one with gold and matte medium, and one with Liquitex matte medium.
okay, to see if there's any difference. Okay.
Right.
Okay. T says, okay, Lisa, how did you do that last one? Show her what you used. She used a texture medium. No. When you the one you showed that looks really good. The texture medium.
This is a texture medium, and I couldn't find it when I went to look for it. I got this at the thrift store, and I just wanted to see because it's a quart jar. I just thought I wondered how much this cost. It's Grumbacher, and it's called acrylic polymer transparentizing medium for artists for textured glazes, permanent water resistant, high plar, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So I think it's a really
you might
old
have
something.
You might have to contact Grumbacher directly and ask them.
But this is what it looks like.
Yeah, let me make you big again.
When I put it down, that's what it looked like.
And that was a magazine page, correct?
Yeah. And this is what it did with the copy paper, but there's still some paper on here, so it didn't come off as clean as this did.
Well, but magazine paper is a lot thinner.
Yeah.
Judy, it's a good thing you love a good mess because we decided we were going to just make a big mess.
And we've been pretty good at it.
Yes, Laura, because she was doing paint. She's using paint as her medium to stick her pages and stuff down. So she came on to show us what she was doing.
Yay.
Which is always a
that
good
way we
thing.
can see what that does, but Tanya and I didn't have to do it.
Yes, we didn't have to do it because, and I'm really
We're
glad
making
because
messes already.
I've got such a big mess as it is. I don't know that I could make it any messier. Okay, we just stick those like that. And Judy says there's nothing like Judy said she found Grumbacher Hyplar on Amazon.
Well, cool.
Is it the texture medium, Judy?
Well, I don't know where I even looked, but it's been a couple of years. I got this from a thrift store at least 2 years ago, and who knows how old it was,
when you got it. Yeah. And how much have you used it? Not much.
Very
probably.
little.
Yeah. Because it probably will last forever.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
I put a hole in her head.
Uh-oh. Not good.
But it's finally coming loose.
Okay. I'm going to get out my wonderful little screen squeegee. I like my little screen squeegee. It was a good save. I'm glad I didn't throw it out. I looked at it 3 or 4 times thinking, it's not going to spread paint good because of that fabric on there. So.
But lucky for you, you thought you might find a use for it, so you didn't throw it away.
It looked like gesso to Judy. She said that she's not sure. I was like, I think I better keep this thing. I just think I better keep that. And sure enough,
Nope. Now,
Did you just? What's going on? Oh, the cat. I'll bet. Uh-huh.
Tippy's home.
Mm-hmm.
I fed him, and I figured he'd end up in my lap. No, you can't get up there.
But why? That's my spot.
He's pulling on my arm like, no, let me up there.
Uh-huh. Back. We were still in Nebraska when it happened. The cat decided to get on my table when I was making beads.
Uh-oh.
He didn't stay up there very long. And of course we had an emergency trip to the vet.
Oh, no.
He was all right. He didn't do too much damage. But it wasn't something I really wanted to have happen again. So after that, I started closing the door and wouldn't let him come in the basement with me.
Yeah.
Now, guys, if you just came in, this is laminating film that I'm using because I didn't have any packing tape. And I didn't have any clear contact paper, which is what I have used in the past, was clear contact paper. And I didn't have either one, so this is what I had.
Well, this book page is working much better with the matte medium than it did with the packing tape.
Yeah, that's pretty with the matte medium.
Yeah. And both of them seem to be working pretty much equally.
Now, was that out of the Edith Holden book?
No, this is out of a children's some children's encyclopedia kind of book.
Oh, okay.
But it's not a glossy paper like the Edith Holden. It's just like those old kids books.
Yeah, it's just an old book with printer's ink on it.
Yeah, with cool pictures.
Lisa's waking up the baby.
I am. I am too impatient.
I got a little piece of paper curling up in my water. Yeah, I'm not really patient with this either. That's and I'm trying to think. There is another transfer method that I just cannot remember.
Well, I was trying to remember one more too, but because I was thinking there was at least one more that I had heard of that I thought I wanted to try, but I can't come up with what it was.
Isn't there one that uses Elmer's glue?
Well, that would be very much like using Mod Podge and matte medium.
Yeah. Because I mean, my stepfather sent it to me because somebody was using it to transfer photos onto wood.
Yeah, and that would be pretty much the same thing as using matte medium, I would think. Now, if you use water soluble glue, that's not going to work. It's going to have to be the glue all like I use in my my Mod Podge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would think that would be basically the same thing as doing matte medium. Those. Oh, those are gorgeous. Oh, and what I really like is how the pages come through the back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you, this laminating film is really hard to get off the paper.
I might try some clear gesso. with some pictures and see if I get a different. I'll probably get something closer to what you like to get.
I really
Yeah.
like the vibrancy of how much that came through,
Yep.
but still has some distressed.
Is it dry?
Yeah,
It came through real good.
yeah. And that's matte medium.
This is hard to do one-handed.
Yeah. T was asking about the flowers you were just working with, Lisa. Those were
These?
both matte medium, but they were two different kinds of matte medium, right?
Yeah. The blue one was done with Liquitex matte medium, and the gold one was done with golden matte medium. And I can't really tell any difference. They're both worked out about the same. Okay, let's see if
What's going on?
Tippy just sighed in my arms. Here.
Oh,
my gesso's not dry yet, so.
Okay. Let's see. The matte medium's not dry yet either, but it seems to be staying on the tape. I will check it when it gets more dry.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing I've had problems with tape in the past, is that anything you put over the surface of it has come right off.
What if you sprayed it with workable fixative?
Well, I don't know, Becky, if that would work either. Now, this looks like the matte medium's going to stay on there, but I've used Mod Podge and all kinds of stuff trying to glue it down, and it's peeled right up.
Yeah.
And it just nothing that you stuck to the slick side of packing tape stayed on it. I couldn't glue it down. I used all kinds of glue. I couldn't glue the slick slide down. I couldn't get anything to stay over it. Now, I have not tried clear gesso because I don't have any. And I don't remember trying matte medium before. So I would have thought I had tried matte medium, but maybe I didn't. Thank you, Mindy. And Barbara says that she really likes the two flowers, Lisa. Oh, you're writing down what it is?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Wise idea.
I'd have to write it as I was doing it. I'd forget 2 seconds later what I put down.
Well, I might too, but this is so funny. This thick book paper, when it starts to peel off, it just peels off in a big sheet.
All right, Tippy, you're going to have to go.
Put it back in the water. Is it completely dry, Lisa?
It's what, completely dry?
That texture medium.
Yeah.
Yeah. It dried fast then.
Yeah, it did. It did pretty good.
Let's see here.
This is just the first layer coming off of these, because you got to get that back layer off before that'll even get, the other stuff will even get wet.
Whoops.
Do you know that it is 4 o'clock already?
I'm not surprised. We've done a lot. We've done a lot of rubbing with our fingers.
I don't know. I haven't got much done on the floor back there. The nice thing about the packing tape is you do not have to be near as gentle. I mean, you can wiggle it around and
Yeah, and the thinner the image paper, the better, I think.
yeah, in all honesty, the thinner the paper, the better, easier it is to get it off.
Yeah.
I think it would all depend on the ink that's on it, Barbara. The Flow magazine. Barbara's thinking the Flow magazine might be fun to try. And it would probably be fun because of the images that are in it. But I don't have a clue how it would peel off or anything else. We do know that we don't like the acetone transfer because it just didn't work. Now maybe maybe this acetone's just not strong enough. I don't know.
Isn't acetone what they use to thin car paint? So if you went to an automotive detailing outfit, they would probably have the stronger stuff.
I am not sure. I probably could get something stronger even at Home Depot or someplace like that. But Jeffrey didn't have anything like that in his workshop, which was kind of odd.
We probably did, but down at the house,
Yeah, it was one of those things that he looked for me for yesterday. He looked to see if I had something that might be stronger. And I know that what she had was in a can, very much like, mineral spirits would be. So.
Yeah.
So
I just realized I didn't write transfer on any of these, but I'm going to because I might not remember later.
Yeah. Barbara says she might try some of the images from the Flow magazine, which would be cool, Barbara, because, then we would know whether or not how they work.
Okay, I have documented. I'm proud of myself.
Documented, okay.
What I did, the date.
You're so good. I'm just, making a bigger mess.
Well, you didn't put it in your journal, or you probably would have documented too.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, let's move that out of the way and bring this back over here. It's beginning to dry, and it is drying matte, what I can see, and it is staying down.
Well, it'll just depend on it'll depend on whether or not it really stays on the surface of the slick part. It's about what it'll go. I mean, the sticky side always will take stuff. It's the slick side that
there's the matte medium, and you can see you can see a few places where I didn't get it, that it's glossier.
Yeah.
So it does matte it up fairly good. Now I haven't tried to, get my finger wet or anything, but just rubbing it, I can't just rub it off.
Okay.
And it is staying stuck down. So I would say that that's working so far.
Okay. So we might like packing tape a little more now than we did before.
Yeah. We just might. Well, I know I like it a little more.
Oh yeah, I definitely like it more because I like the ease of it.
Yeah.
You can you can let them soak in the water and until they almost are wanting to peel without and they don't tear up so easy because they seem the packing tape has got hold of the ink.
Yes, Teresa. Becky is so gentle. She's a good mommy.
Yeah.
Her little transfer.
And here I am just squashing my packing tape to Never Never Land. It's just, it's like, can I get it rubbed off? Can I get it rubbed off? And I'm not being at all gentle with these, but I am liking how that they come up. Where's the other one?
Yeah. I think if I want to do something like this, though, I don't want to do it with the packing tape.
No.
Well, I have glued down, because it does leave a little bit of a coat over it.
Yeah.
It's not slick like the magazine. There's a little coat of paper.
Yes.
And you can see the difference in the print here and here.
Yes, because it's not as clear.
Right. So it might end up, if I didn't try to get so much off with the packing tape, it might end up looking kind of the same. I need to just try that. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Try it.
There you go. Just got to try it.
I get so much of this stuff on my fingers, I'm not sure whether it's on the packing tape or on my fingers. Yes, Mike was telling jokes yesterday. Some of them were, Lisa's shaking her table and Tanya was squeezing the blank out of hers. Becky is being so gentle. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Becky's being so gentle and I'm just manhandling mine something fierce. Mm-hmm.
Well, if I can't do it relatively quickly, I'm not one of those. This is not a process I enjoy the process of.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Becky obviously is enjoying the process.
Okay, and that one it's not real clear because it had ink behind it, obviously, because the paper's all off because it's smooth on the back. So I know the paper's off of there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wash it off and we'll put it to dry right there. I can hear packing tape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were not rated R, Lori, but they were interesting. Oh dear. Oh, that paper that I used earlier smells like that acetone. Ew, it's in. Ugh. And Jeffrey emptied my garbage can this morning. How come it's so full again?
I gotta rest.
Pardon?
I gotta let it rest. It's this art paper from that art journal that it's taking so much work and it's looking very much like a film that got burnt in the projector.
Uh-huh.
Got holes all in it, but that'll be all right. It'll look interesting.
Yep. It'll have that distressed look. Yeah, I'm not enamored with the process of peeling stuff. Yeah. Oh no, Laura, he was actually very, very, he was just being silly. He told us earlier though that guys should be very much aware if they had acetone on their hands. Not only will it look distressed, but it will be distressed. So says Teresa.
Here you go.
It's in the water. Lisa's letting it soak. Okay, let's see how
soaking.
this little one is. Okay.
Making sure I can shut this book without worrying about it sticking.
That's right, Teresa. That's what he was talking about. Okay, I think that one is smooth. Let's rinse it off a little. Ugh. Okay, we'll just let those dry right there. Let's try this one. And part of the white on these is the fact that they're photographs, so there is white.
Yeah.
So even though the paper is off of there, which is pretty much off of there. Yeah, Lori, we lived in some of that area too, only just south of him. It was flat. It was boring. Okay, that one is pretty much clean too. Two more. Let's see where we stand with this one. Okay, which side do I have to? Okay, this is the side I have to rub on.
Well, I finally got my masks made for my brother's family and in the mail this morning, so I was proud of myself. I was only 3 days later than I said. But I finally got some patterns I was happy with. So
I started last night, and I made two based on the size that the pattern said, and the one that was supposed to be the men's one did not fit Jeff in any way, shape, or form, and the woman's one didn't fit me. So I had to.
Not going to fit Jeff unless you add a big place for his beard.
Well, that's part of the problem.
Because my husband only has a small goatee, and they don't fit him well.
This one, I enlarged it on the copier 100 or 25%. So I made it 125%, and it fits now. But the men's size fits me, and I didn't think I had that big of a face. But
well, I saw somewhere that one person, when they gave their patterns, they gave an Asian and a European pattern, and I was trying to figure out what that was, and I finally realized that the Asian patterns are smaller.
Okay, well, this was a European ladies pattern, so I would have thought it was European that sizes. But anyways, it was okay because the one I made for him fits me, so I only have one that doesn't fit, and it will probably fit Mom, and they're fitted too. So I got one big enough that it pulls pretty tight on Jeff, and that's what I wanted. So I made
Carhartt's.
What?
I want to try Carhartt's pattern because it's supposed to be a custom fit. You have to know your measurement from the tip of your nose to your tip of your chin.
Okay.
Well, the one that I chose that I think I like the best is the one that I couldn't find the exact pattern. So I gave you so I just linked one that was similar. And then the Olsen one. Those are the two I like the best. And I gave all of those that I made, I gave away to my brother's family. So I've got to make me some of those now. Yeah. Because I used the other kind, and I was like, after trying one of those on, I'm like, I don't want to use these anymore. So so tomorrow that's what I'm going to do, is make me some of those.
Well, I couldn't sew last night, so I got them cut out and I sewed them up this morning. So I've got 2 for Jeff and 3 for me because, when I go in the grocery store, I can't wear the same mask into Mom's house.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm going
Which
to
is
have.
why I want to have several.
Mm-hmm. Barbara says they're using the Missouri Star Quilters pattern for mask, and she really likes it.
I'll have to look that one up and see what it's like. I love the Missouri Star Quilting channel. It's so fun.
Hi, Suze. I'm going to let those all dry. I'm going to see what my matte medium stuff looks like. I might have paper still on that. No, it's smooth as all get out. When they dry, you can on the tape ones, you can really tell if there's still paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you that I must not have gotten all the paper off of these, but they're okay. Well, either that or there was white paint, but I don't think so. They just don't excite me very much because they're not clean. So I must not have got the paper off of them, which is, okay. Not a big deal. I'm not going to freak out over it.
Well, this one definitely worked better than the other one that I did on packing tape out of that book.
Oh,
but there is,
pretty.
you can see there is a little bit of papery stuff around the edges. But if I put it on paper like this, you can't really tell.
Okay, we can't see the paper because you went away.
Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
So I'm going to do this one with the matte medium. Well, I'm going to wait and see what the clear gesso looks like and then see which one I like better.
Okay, this is really kind of, it actually seems to be staying on there. I'm going to try to scrape it off with my thumbnail. No, it did not. It doesn't just peel right off. So it's kind of shiny. But another layer of matte medium over it is going to make it matte.
Yeah. On this one, it's still not completely dry up there, but down here it is. Mm-hmm. But I put on such a thick coat that you can see the brush strokes.
Yeah, that's kind of how mine is.
But it's not moving.
Yeah.
So the clear gesso works. And if you're wanting to do art on top of it, that, this one, I didn't put, it's still got some shiny spots.
Yeah.
So I would need to add more matte medium.
Well, see, and this has got some, let me get it just right. This has got some shiny spots, but I just hit it with the matte medium, real quick.
Yeah.
And then this one, let's look what it looks like. But that one is much more matte, I think. But it also might be the colors. See, there's some shine. Where this one is dark. But I think with matte medium over them, I wouldn't mind the
amount of shine that's left.
The amount of shine that the tape makes.
Yeah.
Joyce, I collect a lot of dust too.
Okay, I'm just going to put this one down with the matte medium.
Yeah, I'm just going to put another layer of matte medium on those.
Oh, wrong way.
Okay. Well, see, this has got white, it's got white ink. So it's never going to be white. Or it's never going to be clear, but let's. And that one is too. It was just white to start with.
Yeah.
So. When they dry, though, I'll know if it has paper on it because I'll be able to feel it. I'm going to matte medium those again and see how they go. That is so pretty on there, though, Lisa.
Yeah, I really like it.
And
It's not dry yet, so it's still glossy, but
yeah, but the packing tape is so much easier to use.
it is. Yeah, and it's. I mean, so far with putting it down with matte medium, it's working well. And I've never tried to put it down with matte medium before.
Yeah.
So.
Ugh.
Okay. Oh.
And I just love how that looks on the book paper.
Yeah. Yeah. I do too. That one turned out really, really pretty.
Well, and so now here's the next thing is that if we got the matte contact paper, it's going to work even better. Because it'd be matte to start with, and then it'd be matte after we put them on with matte medium.
Okay. I gotta run do something real quick.
Okay. Well, and probably around 4:45 I need to go, so.
And I looked at my clock and said, well, you should have gone. It's
Yeah, well, you're in that weird time zone that
whole East Coast.
yeah, See, they're drying, but they're smooth. They're gonna be dry. I got my whole table's all wet. I'm like, ah. I'll make Becky big because she's the only one doing anything right this minute.
I'm just making a wet mess everywhere.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. Oh, is that oval one a picture, a photograph, or is it out of a book?
This one here was a magazine picture.
Ah, okay.
But it's still got some of that, the light, thin paper that's still on there. But it needs to set here for a minute. I'll work on these two, try to get their backs off.
Is this a different method, or are these the same as what you've been doing? I just missed.
Oh, I just did the same thing. I just had a pile of these done when I said I can come on and show you what the painted ones look like.
Ah, okay, cool.
So that one is so pretty, Lisa.
Yeah, I really like it.
Let us see. There we go. That is so pretty.
Well, I was trying to tell if it was actually dry or not.
It's probably not. Matte medium takes a while to dry, and especially on top of the tape.
On the paper it's almost dry, but on the tape it's not.
Yeah.
So I have a little fingerprint there. I do still have fingerprints, evidently.
Well, it takes a lot to sand them off.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I am going to have to go here soon.
Yeah, and I actually think I'm going to go about 4:30. So we're gonna fix to go, guys. I've got to cook some dinner. Unfortunately, my poor husband has eaten leftovers like 3 nights in a row. Nah, not quite. Well, didn't I make dinner Sunday? I made dinner Sunday. Today's only Thursday.
Yeah, it's only Thursday.
No, I made dinner. I made dinner Tuesday. because I made curry Tuesday, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I made the curry Tuesday, so he hasn't eaten leftovers too many nights, and he finished up one kind of leftovers for lunch, so he's not as hungry as I am. I'm hungry for some reason. So
Well, you guys
anyway,
for having me.
well, thanks for
We're
coming
glad
in.
you came on.
Yes, we're very
Thanks for
glad you came.
volunteering.
Okay, don't forget, Becky, you did your stream last night, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so will you be on again this
Not
week?
this week, but
Okay.
I will be participating in Barb Owen tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. All right. And then Lisa, I will be on Sunday like normal at noon Central Time. Lisa will be on Monday at 1. No, at 1. At 7 Central Time. And don't forget that Lisa and I are streaming every Tuesday at noon Central Time. And this coming week, we will be on Lisa's channel. Joyce has to send me a funny. Okay, is it Joyce? Is it shareable funny, or do you need to send me a funny in private message? I will look for a private message if it's a non-shareable funny. Otherwise, I'll give you a minute to type.
I'm going to go, you guys. Thanks again.
Okay. Okay. Bye, hon.
Bye-bye, Becky.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Well, we're going to go, guys. We will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. We'll see everybody later.
Have a good weekend.